Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sunday morning. Yesterday I did, I sanded on the Datsun a little bit, and then I had arranged for the guy with the F250, that black door that I painted last week, I guess it was. He's dropping the truck off, so he dropped it off yesterday. I've sanded out the door, got it ready to polish, and I'm going to swap it over. Take all the guts out of the door that's on the truck now, put it in the new door, and then hang the new door. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the content of this video, and I'll show you this truck. It's pretty mean looking truck actually. It's a big crew cab. It's a diesel, and big fat tires. It sits high. Just an aggressive looking truck. Let's put it that way. So yeah, might as well just get to it. All right, so here's the door. It's sanded out, ready to buff. I'm just doing the flat part. If you remember, when I was spraying this thing, my gun started to leak, drips. So I had about a half a dozen, maybe 10 drops of clear, and it was on the last coat of clear, of course. So I had to sand those out. It looked like hell, but the rest of it up here, I'm just leaving it the way it is. I told the guy, I'm not a detailer. If you want to get it done, get it done. But let's check out the truck here. There's another job I got to do. Anyway, this is the truck. Pretty nasty looking beast. It's high. These big ass wheels. But this is the door we're changing here. Now, apparently, he wants to get new fenders and a box and get the whole truck done, maybe in the spring. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to pull this door off. Should be pretty easy to do. 4 bolts, 6 bolts, 5 bolts. Okay. And then we'll take all the guts out of this door and put it in the door that I painted. Other than that, the rest of the truck's pretty, well, the rust is starting to come through on this thing. But yeah, what a beast. Pretty aggressive looking truck. If you were sitting in a little Honda Civic and this pulled up behind you, you might be a little nervous, this thing could just run right over you. But anyway, so that's the plan. So I'm going to get on pulling the door off the truck, get it into the shop, and swap everything over. All right, so here we go again. Got the interior panel off. All right, the wiring again, all taped up, no connector, no nothing. Right. So this is not what I bargained for, man. This is bullshit. I'm getting tired of this. I don't know how many times I got to see this. Leave the damn connectors in place. They're there for a reason. Okay, so I ended up taking up half the fucking truck apart to get work inside this little hole here where these 2 connectors are. I cut myself 3 times. I'm bleeding like a fucking pig. I'm pissed off. Anyway, I do have it disconnected. You got to try and fit the connectors through this little hole on this side. They're almost identical to the same size. This has been an hour I've been dicking around with this. Anyway, the door's ready to come off. Never again. Next time door goes on, you take it, you load it, you put it on. I'm done. Anyway, I think you can hear the frustration in my voice. Anyway, let's get this damn thing off. All right, so I talked to the guy and told him what was going on. He told me just put the old door back on. He's going to take the door and put it on his own time, I guess, maybe in the spring. Whatever. But, it is what it is. So, anyway, put it all back together the way it was and call it a day. I mean, whatever. So, yeah, he's going to pick it up and we'll go from there. But what a pain in the ass. Unreal. Anyway, back in the shop. I just realized I told the guy, come and pick it up, it's ready. Then I realized I forgot to hit the polisher on the door. So I just did it real quick. It looks okay, you know, it'll be fine. But you know, I told this guy I'm not a detailer by any means, but you know, we'll make it black and shiny. So it's shinier than the rest of the truck, that's for sure, and I'm sure he'll be fine with it. You know, it could be gone over with maybe a finer paper, more like I don't know, 4,000 or whatever. It is black, it is what it is, but yeah, I think it's fine. So when he picks up the truck, we'll just wrap this thing up in a blanket, throw it in the box, and he's on his merry way. We'll call it done. Okay, now that Ford is gone, back on the Datsun. I'm gonna color this whole quarter in with my big ass Sharpie. I want to kind of stay away from the lip here if I can. Same as this lip here. I just don't want to burn through if I can help it. I've already cut through this thing twice. One up here and one in the front fender. So it's a make work project right now. But if I can save a bulk of these panels, that would be good. Now the roof was never in play anyway. He's fine with the way the roof is. Maybe we'll polish it a little bit. That's about it. So that's a big chunk. The hood, trunk lid, and doors I have to paint anyway. They're just in primer. But if I could save the 2/4 panels, that would be a super plus. You know, if I just had to paint this piece right here, right across, blend it in, save a ton of time, save him time down the road as well. And really, that's what we're trying to do here: save this guy some time and some money. Anyway, I'll finish coloring this in. We'll come back when we're ready to start sanding. But I think you get the idea. Okay, so far, I've determined the formula that seems to work the best is start with 600 wet, knock down most of the marker, switch to 1,000, then 2,000, 3,000. So this is 600. So it cuts through the marker pretty quick. And when there's something there, like a little run or whatever, you can feel it. You can feel it through the block. Like I feel one right here, right? I had one guy comment in a previous video, you know, he said, just sand the whole car and do it right. Paint the whole car. Well, the budget's just not there for that. So I'm trying to do this guy a favor
and get this done as cheap as I can and use as little paint as possible. It is what it is, but no, the guy's right. I mean, it would probably be better to just sand the whole car and just shoot it, but we're trying to save some money here in the long run for both him and me, and time. So that's why we're doing it this way. Just heard my furnace come on. It's been running pretty steady all day. It's a little cool out. Normally I try and shoot video in between the furnace running so you don't hear it in the background, but I'm too freaking busy to wait for anything anymore, so yeah, we're right through the primer here already. So it is what it is. We don't even have to switch to 1000 now. We can just leave it at 600 and paint it. I knew I could feel something here. Looks more and more like it's going to be a complete paint anyhow, but we'll see. Okay, well, I'm going to carry on. You don't want to watch me wet sand all day, I'm sure. All right, so I just finished sanding this little top portion all the way along, and you can see primer here. You know, I guess this color is pretty forgiving because I never realized that. I mean, it didn't show that it was this wavy. I mean, check it over here. These are all high spots here. So, yeah, I'm resigned to the fact now that I'm painting the whole damn car. That's just the way it's going to be. But it's showing us, you know, it's not a waste of time doing the Sharpie thing because it shows any of the low spots and how far you have to go to straighten it out. So, yeah, I mean, this thing looked pretty good when it came in, other than the runs. But like I said, I guess the color is pretty forgiving. So it is what it is. So I'm just going to keep on sanding and whatever, sanding. Sanding is my life. Unreal. Anyway, there you go. Well, I had one more chance of maybe saving some time and money, but it's not going to happen. I was hoping that maybe I could save the lower part of the quarter panel and just have to paint, you know, above this line up. But not the case, as I have sanded through right here. So, yeah, I'm toast. Might as well just, let's just block sand and paint the entire car. So, except for the roof, that was never in play anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but I guess it was a case of wishful thinking on my part, and that never works. So I should know that from experience. But anyhow, so I got a ton of sanding. I'm not going to show all that stuff because it's boring as hell. But I'll probably, you know, just sand it off camera and show you the end result after I'm done, before we're ready to paint. Uh, I've also, I'm gonna have to take the door handles off the doors for this thing. You can't paint underneath the handle with them on, so they got to come off. What else? Yeah, serious masking job to do. Um, huh. Anyway, it's not a nice little job like I started off as. It's a much bigger job now, but such is life. I have a knack for making little jobs big. That's how I roll, I guess. So anyway, that's about all the time I'm going to have in this video anyway. So, yeah, I guess I'll wrap this thing up. Well, there you have it. Not a very productive or glorious day. I did get one job out, though. But, you know, um, it wasn't the job that I was supposed to do, so whatever. But, I mean, I've never seen riveted doors like that before. I've done older Fords and I've done newer Fords. Never done in this range of year, and I didn't realize everything was riveted in. So it is what it is. But he knew it too, because he took all the stuff out of this door before he brought it to me, and he ground all the rivets down. So and there's a special kind of rivet. I haven't seen these before, so I don't know. I don't even know where to get them, and I certainly don't have a rivet gun that'll do that. So I'd have to buy a gun and rivets, etc., etc. Blah 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 blah. No, not doing it. So anyway, off it goes, just like that. We'll see if he still wants me to do his truck in the spring. Whatever. He seems to be fine with it. He thought he still owed me money. He does not. I'm not going to charge him more for something I didn't do. That would be kind of hokey, don't you think? Yeah. If you like the content, please subscribe. Tell your buddies. I am now 114 away from 3,000. So yeah, help me get there, man. I really want to get to 3,000 by Christmas. So yeah, tell your buddies, help spread the word and all that stuff. Like the channel. Don't forget to leave comments. I enjoy comments, and I try and read all of them and reply to almost all of them anyway. I might miss the odd one, but whatever. And if you feel so inclined, you can check out the Supers. That's a little red X box with an S in it. You can go there and buy me a coffee, or even better, a beer. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, and we're just going to carry on sanding this thing. Man, I'm going to have to go get some more 600 because I'm going through it like crazy. But whatever, it is what it is. But once I'm done sanding this thing with the 600, it's paint ready. So it's not like I have to prime or anything like that. Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get on the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.